And welcome back. My name is still Drop, and this is game
Radiant's
number 2 of the
ban.
joinDOTALeague match between Darkstorm and Snotbagz. Snotbagz running a very push-orientated lineup in the first game, not working out too
Dyer's
well for
ban.
them, as Darkstorm had the possibility and the abilities to throw that off. And yeah, Snotbagz basically missed the timing window on that one. And the Darkstorm running a Drow Ranger that was not impeded.
10 seconds to go.
Hang on. Why is this so loud? Why is my cursor missing?
5 seconds.
There it is.
Radiant's pick.
Alright. Yeah, Darkstorm had on the Drow Ranger, not impeded in the farm, and at some point she decided to join into the fights. And kill everyone. So that's basically how the last
Dyer's pick.
Darkstorm now picking up Timbersaw, very strong offlaner. Snotbagz banning out the Doom and the Death Prophet, not wanting to fight into these large number of spirits once again. Darkstorm banning out the Clockwork and the Marana. So these are heroes that can blow the game open.
10 seconds to go.
Shots, all their arrows.
5 seconds.
See what Snotbagz wants to do.
Reserve time.
This game number 2. If they want to go for another push strat, or if they want to try something differently. Yeah, they're already dipping into their reserve time, so maybe they're looking for something that can counter the Timbersaw in lane. Nature's Prophet, probably not the best one, because these Treants will, if the Nature's Prophet chooses to go for Treants, as the Mendon did not do that last time around. But just theoretically, if you put up a Nature's Prophet against a Timbersaw, Timbersaw will not care about Treant rest, as he has that reactive armor that will basically increase the armor and increase the regen, so every hit he takes, and the Treants don't do a whole lot of damage, so Timbersaw wouldn't really care about that. But they pick up the Alchemist, got nerfed in the recent patches, but Crystal Maiden also very nice.
Radiant's pick.
Touched on it a little bit in the last game, but Crystal Maiden, I really like her. I mean, she is extremely squishy throughout the match, and then she gets a whole lot of farm and builds a freaking heart or BKB or whatever. I think Puppy did that once. No one could kill that Crystal Maiden with 2000 HP. It was a pretty crazy game. Can't quite remember where it was. But anyway,
Radiant's
pick the Crystal
ban.
Maiden because she can do a whole lot of
Dyer's
jungle
ban.
efficiently with the Frostbite. You can use the Frostbite, of course, for ganks. And the Crystal Nova is also a very nice nuke and slow. That helps out with that. And the Arcane Aura. No matter what kind of lineup you run, you're always gonna need mana. And
10 seconds to go.
Aura,
5 seconds.
Will enable you to be less dependent on mana regen items.
Reserve time.
Or stuff like that. The ultimate, if she manages to build a BKB and gets that off, gets off a good one, that will be not bad. Well, then again, you can't really count on that on the Crystal Maiden staying alive at a point in the game where she can use her ultimate to great
Radiant's
effect.
ban.
So, but that's not what you pick the hero for usually. Alchemist, even though it got nerfed, really a viable support.
Dyer's ban.
Still good stun, but you need to get the timing down a little bit better now. It only charges for 5.5 seconds and doesn't charge up in the air anymore. So
Dyer's pick.
apart from that, what Alchemist, once he hits level 6, he has a lot of sustain as he has his ultimate to regen him back up. So he is quite tanky at that point, right around that time. And until the enemy team gets up some more damage later on in the game, he will be nearly unkillable.
Radiant's pick.
Nyx Assassin, gonna come out. And that's a really nice pickup. Usually put him in the off lane nowadays, or in mid lane, depending on what you want to do. But doesn't really matter. He only needs his levels, and he can be a good influence in the late game with some impales and with the vendetta. Not necessarily only for killing people, but also
Dyer's
for
pick.
Scouting and spotting them out of position. Darkstorm though, picking up the Lich and the Disruptor. Not a whole lot of laning presence, so let's see if Snotbagz wants to take up a carry like a Luna or Lifestealer, something that can go aggressive. And together with the Alchemist and the Crystal Maiden, so they can put up some pressure on whatever carry.
10 seconds to go.
Because Lich and Disruptor, very nice supports. Disruptor
5 seconds.
can really control every team fight in the mid game before the BKBs come up. But he's not
Reserve
really
time.
effective until he hits at least level 3 with 2 levels into the glimpse. Then again, against the tri lane, it's not as good either. And the Lich, sure, everyone talks about sacrifice, and it's a really great ability to just keep the lane back on your side of the map. And yeah, there's Lifestealer. That's a hero that can go aggressive, as I mentioned before. But yeah, the Lich, as good as he is, he doesn't have a great laning presence. Neither does the Disruptor. They can't really do a whole lot. They're throwing a little bit of a rasp between the Thunder Strike and the Frost Blast. Well, I figured if they kept the Crystal Maiden out with a well-leveled Frost Blast and a Thunder Strike, then they can kill it.
10 seconds to go.
But not without losing their heroes.
5 seconds.
So Snotbagz has the real possibility to go aggressive here, I feel.
Reserve time.
Crystal Maiden with the Frostbite. Nice setup for the Alchemist stun. Lifesteal, of course, is slow as well. Which can help the Alchemist really charging up that stun for maximum effectiveness. Snotbagz will need to pick up another mid. Unless you want to run Nyx Assassin there. Or safe lane farmer. Not safe lane farmer, someone for the safe lane. See the Storm Spirit and Bounty Hunter banned out from Darkstorm, so that's not gonna happen. Snotbagz actually banning out the Magnus and the Dragon Knight. Not wanting to deal with those heroes. Not sure if Darkstorm have run those in the past games. Because frankly I haven't seen those. But we will still see what Darkstorm will want to pick up now. Timbersaw, usually in the offlane. You can put him anywhere though. You can also put him in mid if you so desire. And you can also put him in a safe lane if you want to go aggressive. But with the Lich and Disruptor, going aggressive is a really bad idea. You might just consider dual lanes as well. Lich, nice dual lane hero. If you put him in the offlane to support someone, he can, as I said, can keep the lane, put it back with the sacrifice. Weaver. There's gonna be the Weaver, okay.
Dyer's ban.
Very elusive hero, very strong late game hero, and really well at really good at kiting a Lifestealer. And right now they don't really have a whole lot to counter him. They have some decent lockdown.
10 seconds to go.
But it only works if they actually find him. Get that first stun off. But when they do,
Radiance
ban. Before
ban.
can use the tile maps, then yeah, that's a lot of ifs. But
Dyer's pick.
Snotbagz has the possibility to deal with the Weaver right now with the stuns coming out of the next CM. CM not so much, as the Frostbite is not an actual stun. And the Alchemist. But 1-on-1 Weaver against Lifestealer, Weaver will win usually. Lifestealer needs some help to control the Weaver. And let's not forget that their Darkstorm has some control of their own.
10 seconds to go.
So, and there's the Puck, and I really like that.
Radiance pick.
From Snotbagz. Puck is one of the heroes that can jump onto the Weaver whenever he sees him, silence him up, and then Dream Coil him. Then the rest of the team come in and can clean him up. But even more so, if you infest the Lifestealer into the Puck, you can blow the Weaver up pretty much instantly, because 1-on-1 agility carry against a agility hero against a strength carry like the Lifestealer, who can pick up an Abyssal Blade or bash into Abyssal later on to do a whole lot of single target damage. If the Weaver doesn't get off his time lapse, then he'll be dead to the Lifestealer. Can't use the time lapse if he's silenced up by the puck, so they get a good start. They will be doing quite well. Curse is still missing.
Everyone.
What? Curse is missing. I see that. I know where it is because I see the highlights, but yeah, I see it now. Not now. Hang on. That is not fun. This. Let's hope that doesn't break the game. That would be bad. No, okay. Curse is still down. Alright, let's just try to do it. Hope it comes back at some point. Meantime, let's introduce the lineups. Snotbagz on the right side. Simon gonna play the support Alchemist. Katala, the captain, gonna play the Crystal Maiden. Benzit on the safe lane Lifestealer. There it is. Thank God. There's the cursor. Okay. And they're gonna go safe. And yeah, the Luna picked up. Haven't talked about that. They're gonna go aggressive as well.
That's the spirit.
Okay. Gonna go try on try, and
they're
I'm not
off.
sure if that's the right idea for Darkstorm, honestly. As I said, Disruptor and Lich as well. Yeah, he's bucking up the creeps.
High hopes for this one.
Not the best try lane, but we'll come to that in a second. Just want to finish the lineups first. Benzit, as I said, on the Lifestealer. Cardi, gonna play the puck in the middle lane. And demanding on the off lane Nyx Assassin is gonna be up against a solo lane Timbersaw, gonna be played by Ecstasis. Mid lane matchup for Cardi is the Weaver. And the aggressive tri lane coming out with the Luna played by the Pixie. Lich going out for the Rune, it seems. He's going out to ward. The Lich gonna be played by Dio. And Shagare on the Disruptor. So, let's talk about this tri lane. On Snotbagz side, you have the Lifestealer, with first pointed to open roots. If he gets on top of someone, he can blow him up. Especially if he hits level 2, gets pointed to the Rage. There, Nyx, Lich is just going out right in front of him. But Lifestealer can't kill anyone alone, that's pretty much clear. But at Katala, with the Frostbite, at Alchemist, he hasn't put a point yet, but one would imagine he would either go into Acid Spray for the minus armor, or the Unstable Concoction for some chain stun. Those two heroes choose to support Lifestealer, they can go and kill anyone. Probably gonna wait and get some levels up first, before they try and do that. Because Luna's not gonna get too much farm up here. Because they can't control the lane as well, even though they got a Lich. But yeah, if they go on someone, what are they gonna do? What's Darkstorm gonna do with the Disruptor? I mean, he can put up Kinetic Field. If the Lifestealer is already on top of someone, okay, yeah. Kinetic Field comes out, there's a stun. Yeah, they'll actually save him for now. Lucky timing though. If... Oh, puck. He's gonna pick up the rune. Maybe, yeah, he wants to go full first blood. Shagare might be in trouble. But Cardi not opting to pursue him any further. But yeah, that Kinetic Field
Dire's
can
top
be hit or miss
tower,
on him, honestly.
you know the drill.
I mean, he either hits it before, as a zoning tool, before they can really go in or go through, bypass it. Because let's face it, if Katala... We're gonna see Lucent Beam. Katala adding a lot of damage from that. But yeah, if Katala and Simon would have been inside of the Kinetic Field, they could have made up enough ground before Shagare would have been able to escape. And then he would have been dead. Easy as that. So, we'd see how this works out. But if Snotbagz plays as aggressively as they are, Simon's charging up the stun, looking for the Luna, he's gonna find her. And yeah, there's a Frostbite, a little bit stacked. Not gonna matter too much as Lifestealer's right
blood,
there's the first blood.
This first
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking
We're off
about.
to an explosive start.
First time for
I'm not the
everything.
smartest caster, but that was quite obvious to me. So yeah, first blood, gonna go the way of the Lifestealer. Oh, the Alchemist actually picks it up. Maybe Lifestealer. Gonna profit from that as well. You can keep doing that. They initiate with the stun either from the Alchemist or the Frostbite from the CM. And whoever they find, they can kill him. And there's nothing Lich or Disruptor can do at this stage in the game. Cardi can take some harassment from the Weaver. Why is this his current gold? There, lost its nice, that's what I want. Weaver is actually winning this mid lane quite handily. Doubling up the last hits, now picking up the region road. Kinetic field, just because it likes fireworks it seems, I don't know. Puck picked up an Invis rune earlier, I don't know why he would do that. So yeah, Puck not having the best time. But they're quite even in levels, so... And the Puck is the better hero to rotate around, but in the meantime we see another Concoction charged up in the top lane, and they're gonna find the Luna once again. Kinetic field, but as I said, they're inside. Glimpse back. Gonna buy Luna some time, and we'll save her. That's one level into Glimpse. That's down for another minute. Nice Frost Blast. Katala is in trouble. Lifestealer will be able to zone him out. Kinetic field, gonna miss. What?
Die with honor.
Actually dies to the loose meme. Okay, that was unfortunate. Right. Pretty good place by the Disruptor right there. Kinetic field, as I said, did miss, but the Glimpse. It's usually what you level on the Disruptor. You level the Glimpse, so you can use that quite more effectively. That is... Yeah, the Glimpse the Lifestealer back. Unable for him to... Yeah, he doesn't have a pointer to rage, and he really should have. Because if he had a pointer to rage, he wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered whatsoever, and Luna would have been dead. So Benzoit not agreeing entirely with that skill build, as the Disruptor now has that Glimpse available to him. Yeah, and that magic immunity also makes him not care about the kinetic field as well. So I don't know why he wouldn't pick it up here. Bottom lane, demanding against Timbersaw. Timbersaw, yeah. Doing quite well in this lane. Prioritizing the Whirling Death to steal that primary attribute it does. Yeah, reduces the primary attribute by 15%. Nice nuke as well. So only 1 point into the Timber Chain tells me that he's not. Oh, see the lifesteal actually picked up. It's the Weaver rotates. Wow. Okay. Coming in, wrecking that top lane. Wow. Got the tail end of that. Yeah, Weaver with double Debutune. 2 points in a Gemini attack. That is really, 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 really
Dire's
bad.
top tower's getting beat
Early
down.
in the game. So, Party losing the mid lane, coming back to haunt them right now. Yeah, trying to look good, but they really needed that help with the Weaver. That's just really suffering now. That'll bring more space for the Luna, who's already level 5 and Lifestealer. Not even level 4 just yet. Which also level 5. I mean, of course with the sacrifice that'll help them out in terms of levels. And this is also something that makes Lich a good offlane hero, because he doesn't only keep the lane pulled back, enabling his offlane hero, or his offlane heroes in this case, as it is a tri lane, to keep the creeps in that area, but also it helps them out in their experience gain. I wouldn't say it nullifies the advantage that the Dire side has here with or Safely in general has with being able to pull, but helps keep them up to date. And with those kills that they picked up through the rotation of the Weaver, going really well for them. And now the Lich has a couple of points into Frost Blast and can harass Lifestealer. Not picked up the points as Rage, but it's a little bit too late. Could have picked up a better advantage up here if he just leveled, if it just went for the 1-1-1 build. Yeah, right now, if you just look at the last hits, all the core heroes of Snotbagz are up on top. The last support, there's a defensive kinetic field. They know that the Manon is around as they have that Sentry Observer combo up here. And yeah, they figure it out. Manon pinging it out. Hey guys, something here, they saw me coming. Do they have any counter wars? That's a question. Yeah, Alchemist has one, but he's in bottom lane defending. So, first Vendetta gank, not working out. Body just trying to catch up in the meantime in this middle lane. He's got a sentry ward in here to help deal with the weaker. But yeah, Darkstorm now can really play aggressively as they have the levels in the supports. Lich not quite level 6. Disrupted 2 levels into Glimpse. So he starts to become a little bit more dangerous, a little bit more controlling as well. I mean, you jump in, and one of the supports is gonna get Glimpse back immediately. Right? We see the Medea coming out. Body
gather round.
Uses the coil, but there's Eclipse blowing up. No, not quite yet. Wow, very nice.
Ice is not always nice.
Cody tanks a lot of that Eclipse damage, but the man is now in trouble. As the Timbersaw joins in the fight, he will be picked up by a Frost Blast. But they pick up the Luna, and that's a really good exchange for them. Luna for the Nyx, any day. Oh, Cody, that's unfortunate. Lil's
nothing.
Gonna pick up the rest.
Loom, I weave
2 more Snot heroes. Lifesteal can't do a whole lot anyway.
2 down.
He's gonna die if he's not careful.
Radiant's mid tower's coming
Lil's
apart.
is gonna die if he's feeling
Going for broke.
very strong right
3
now.
down.
It's a triple kill for
The Dire might want to mine their top tower.
Snotbagz. And yeah, I was gonna say
Radiant's mid
Nyx for
tower could
Luna
use a hand.
definitely worth it for them, but Lil's
Dire's
just
top
picking up the
tower,
slack, getting a
you know
triple
the
kill on the
drill.
back of that. And yeah, gonna be reflected.
Radiant's
in gold
mid
draft.
tower's getting banged up.
Now up to 4.5
The
thousand.
Dire might want to mine their top tower.
Be right around that same area. If Lilz didn't come in there to establish the situation, then Snotbagz would have been fine. Nice play from Puck. Silence. Gonna be timeless by the Weaver. He's not gonna get caught out. Timbersaw just throwing in the chakra arm. He's feeling well. He's got his point booster. On the way to a Bloodstone, one would imagine. Katana is chasing him with Frostbite and then, yeah. Frostbite not a stun. People can still...
The Dire best do something about their bottom tower.
But he has his ultimate up, so he doesn't care. Yeah. That's the thing about Frostbite against the Timbersaw. He can just...
Dire's
just
bottom
Timber chain
tower's
anyway.
getting the
It's
business.
not a real stun, it's a disable. Yeah, Darkstorm really using those kinetic fields.
Guess
as
what's
a defending
happening to
tool.
Dire's bottom
Not
tower?
leveling it right now, it's just keeping 1 point into it. And that helps them really pick their fights.
Dire's
so hard
top
to fight around
tower's
the
getting
kinetic
beat
field.
down.
Because it really disrupts all your timings. I mean, just imagine Alchemist out on the wrong side of the kinetic field, not able to get his stun in.
Dire's top tower, you know the drill.
But yeah, Danzert, we're looking pretty poor. Sitting on 16 last hits. It's not where he wants to be. We're looking for the face boots. Pick it up right now if he wants to go over to the side shop.
Silence.
Dire's
And
mid
group up.
tower could use a
Try
little
and
help.
Get some objectives here on the map. Try and catch him back up again. They're just gonna do
Dire's bottom tower's getting the
not a whole lot he
business.
can do. Luna has to... There's the Chain Frost! Simon, wow, taking a lot of damage from that.
How
And the
about
Eclipse
that?
will clean him up. Chain Frost is still bouncing around on the man buff. We'll pick up the rest of those bounces. Yeah, that was the Chain Frost and Frost Blast on the Alchemist.
The
He took
Dire
so
best
much
do
damage
something
from
about
the
their
Lich.
bottom tower.
Lich level 8 right now, so that's where he comes in.
Guess what's happening to
mid-game,
Dire's bottom tower?
the
Dire's
extreme
bottom
nuke power
tower
we
got
just
blown to
showcased.
bits.
Won't demand him.
Dire's
Firebase.
bottom tower's getting the
But he's
business.
gonna be glimpsed back into a kinetic field, so he's about to die.
How about that?
Tries to help out with concoction. Pixie probably gonna be taken out of here. Yeah.
Gather round.
Nice return kill once again.
Take you.
Call gonna be spent and broken by the Lich, but he will pay the price as
2
well.
down.
Those are another Frost Blast. There's a parting
Such an
gift, so that's a
approach.
2-for-1 trade. 2 for 2 if you want to count the Alchemist. And they pick up the Luna once again, and really that's one thing that they have going for them. They're not
Dire's
letting
mid
the
tower
Luna get
won't
out of
last much
control.
longer.
The Static Storm gonna keep them away from the tower. Not sure if that's worth it. I mean, that's
Dire's mid tower is having technical difficulties. Radiant's gone and fortified their structures.
Why, Pixie?
Well done.
The boss.
Why?
Go.
That was just silly. Teleporting right into the entire team of Snotbagz after the Disruptor. Already uses ulti to defend a tier 1 offlane tower for the Radiant side. Yeah, a little bit silly.
Radiant's
If they
top
do many more
tower is
mistakes
taking
like that,
hits.
then Snotbagz have the possibility to go back into the game. Lifestealer, a good carry.
Radiant's
Early
top
stages,
tower is hurting.
Late stages of the mid game and early stages of the late game. Weaver with the haste through and just scouting it out right now. But they have the Weaver and the Luna. Those are really hard carries. Weaver good against the Lifestealer, Luna very good team fighter in general. Not really. Luna not gonna win 1-on-1 against the Lifestealer, but she doesn't need to. She has the Lils to keep him occupied. The Weaver played by Lils, I should say. So, but they have the Alchemist that can transition into a carry later if the game goes late enough. Not sure if that's enough. You also have a Timbersaw, which also scales quite well. It's got a soul booster. About 1,500 goals or something like that. For the Perseverance to finish up is Bloodstone. Not Bloodstone. Yeah, the Bloodstone, I think.
Dire's top tower is getting beat down.
Odin now in trouble as the Weaver looks to dive. Alchemist has a concussion.
S.4 to roll.
Silence, but
The Dire might want to
gonna
mine their
get
top
picked up.
tower.
Alchemist now looking for revenge. Stun gonna hit on Ecstasis. Oh my god!
I thought this.
Shut up.
Guess what's
Not
happening?
that's
Bottom
a
tower,
team wipe
two
for
down.
nothing.
So vulnerable.
That's such a deadly combo. Liz started off by picking up Cuddy in the back of this. Crystal Maiden died at some point.
The Dire best do something
team
about
got
that
occurred,
bottom
then-
tower.
Snotbagz charging in, trying to get some return kills.
Alright, carry on.
They got caught out by Static Storm into a kinetic field, and then the
Dire's
Frostblast
bottom
of Lineage.
tower's getting the business.
The Chain Frost. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was so deadly and so hurtful to watch if you're a Snotbagz fan. But yeah. Darkstorm squarely in favor of this match once again. And a gold advantage now. It's sitting at 10,000 XP. Just about there as well. And they have this game in the back. They have really good late games, so if they want to put this to go late, then they can do that. Weaver looking for Lincolns. We'll have
The Dire might want to mine their Dire's lost the top
Let's pick up
tower.
the Trunker Boots. And the point booster. Now going into the Bugler. So casual point booster for now. Looking to build it. Probably looking to build it into an Aghanim Scepter later on. And Timbersaw, yeah. He's playing balls out, but he might pay for his life for it. There's a stun interrupting the Timber Chain.
Silence.
It's a nice pickup. Weaver.
What happened?
Lil's
Dire's top
he's gonna get
tower's
caught as
getting
well.
beat down.
Time-lapse will snap. The coil. Lifesteal infested. They want to pick up the Lich, and they will be able to. Not getting Weaver.
A chilling.
Probably be the
Ingratitude.
better target, but the time-lapse and the Shikuchi just so hard to fight up against.
Radiant's mid tower's coming apart.
So yeah, got some nice free kills. That'll help them a little bit, but they need some more of those to really be able to catch up. If Darkstorm plays this right, they will be able to win this match. If they keep giving up kills like that.
The Dire best do something
Weaver
about
ran
that
in,
bottom tower.
trying to save the Timbersaw, but that was never gonna happen against 5. Even a Weaver, even he can get out
Silence.
against 5, as we just saw, but he can't necessarily kill just 5. I mean, he's not that farmed. Don't get me wrong, he is quite farmed. He now has Lincolns, but not that farmed, right? Then we have the Lich, who probably tried to help him out. and then got out of position, and the Weaver got out, so he should have just left it to him, left him alone, to his devices. Then he just goes in, beats another kill for Snotbagz. But they can afford some of those, as long as the Luna.
Guess what's happening to Dire's bottom tower?
About 300 gold away from the BKB. There's a glimpse. Send the Alchemist away, but Disruptor. Those are skills, but it's not gonna be enough against the rest of the Dire team. So, mass teleports, Alchemist. Gonna be thrown back to the middle lane. He's quite far out. We'll find an Invis rune if he keeps going up. Yep, he will.
Invisibility.
6 in a row.
Alright. Dead Weaver. He knew the Alchemist was
Dire's
there. The
top
Alchemist
tower.
would be dead.
You know the drill.
There's Cody, there's the silence and the stun. Gonna be blocked by the Lincoln Sphere now. Cody is in trouble. The mech will keep him alive, but Timbersaw, Ecstasis.
Hilarious.
Coming in, cleaning him up. Simon's on the run now. Frostblast will slow him up.
Trouble brewing
Ultimate
at
will heal
Radiant's
him up a little
bottom
bit,
tower.
but the Weaver. Lils, will he follow? Nope. Not wanting to dive in that far in right now. And Nixus is looking for a return kill, but it's not gonna find anyone as Darkstorm takes what they could get, which is the puck with that failed gank. Is he disrupted by the Timbersaw quite well.
Radiant's bottom tower
Well, they're
seen
gonna
better
rotate mid to
days.
just take down first tier 2 of the game.
Dire's mid tower could use a little help.
I mean, Snotbagz had the right idea. I mean, Alchemist was scouting out the Weaver, farming their own jungle. But they probably had to bring in some more support, maybe bring in the Lifestealer as well. To just really finish up the Lifestealer, because he has Lincolns, as we just mentioned. Yeah, Simon had enough time to check his inventory. So, if he didn't have a Lincolns, or they had another hero there, then they would have been able to pick him up. And they would have been able to trigger the Lincolns,
Dire's
get the
top
stun,
tower,
etc.
you know the drill.
But as it stands, maybe another concoction charge. Is he gonna find someone? Oh, himself?
Dire's top tower's getting
Looking for a
beat
kill.
down.
But Dark's not playing very defensively, realizing that they're all off the map. Puck gonna
Silence.
come in, get the silence on the Disruptor. And that is gonna hit, but... Man, it's
Guess
done.
what's happening
Not
to
gonna
Dire's bottom tower?
Crossbar is a little bit of a waste, but Cardi got glimpsed back into Static Zone into the...
It is no great.
7 in a
But
row.
last bounce of the Chain Frost picks him up. In the meantime, Lils picks up the Crystal Maid. And the Eclipse. Oh. Darkstorm. I mean, they are ahead. And they can afford these kind of mistakes. But they don't need to. I mean, they could have held on to the Eclipse. They could have held on to the Chain Frost. Even
Dire's
though,
mid tower won't last much
Chain Frost ended
longer.
up killing the puck.
Can't do nothing
the
about
last
Dire's
bounce down
structures
there.
right now.
But I'm pretty sure they would have been able to pick up the puck anyway.
Dire's mid tower's having technical
Disruptor
difficulties.
really did some nice plays there with the glimpse, with the Static Storm kinetic field right there.
The Dire might want to mine their
And that
top
puck's really
tower.
being shut down. I mean, what Snotbagz needs to do is use the Lifestealer comboed with the puck and the Nyx Assassin to pick up those kills. Find isolated heroes and pick them up quickly. But without puck having a Blink Dagger, that is hard to do.
Dire's top tower's getting beat down.
I think Chance is really demanding right now. Need to find those pickups. But who do you really go on at this point? Timbersaw is really tanky. With 8 charges, 12 charges of the magic wand, 8 charges of the bloodstone, 1600 health points, so he's gonna be hard to kill. Lil's got his Lincolns, he's got his innate skill set to keep him alive. Luna may be a target to go on, but she has a BKB. And usually support around the corner unless she's farming jungle right now. Disruptor, a target that you can go on, but you have to hit the stun. I mean, if the man hit that stun, then they might have been able to pick him up before he can basically have as much influence on that team fight. But there's gonna be a concoction charge. Timbersaw not gonna be in range as the Timber chains away.
8 in a row.
In the meantime,
How about that?
Lils, he just has a vendetta against the Crystal Maiden, no pun intended. The Mandans by Carapace will able to buy him some time, and just Lifestealer Banzo coming in.
How
Nice
about
coil.
that?
Gonna be snapped by the Timber Chain, but now Banzo silenced up. Is the Lils. He wants him so badly, but as I mentioned earlier,
How about that?
dive to the Frost Blast armor targeting to Chain Frost.
Somebody's
I'm
on
not talking, not
roll.
gonna
2
help him.
down.
Alchemist, not
Nobody
long for the world
takes
after
me
his carry died either.
seriously.
And yeah, Weaver in a fun state like that, so hard to bring down. So hard. Especially by a Lifestealer. Can't really stay on top of him. I mean, he has face boots and all, that's great, but only brings
The
you
Dire
so
might
far.
want to mine their top tower.
So, another win for Darkstorm. They're gonna take a tier 2 for the troubles.
Dire's top tower, you know the drill.
Luna wasn't even near that fight. She was farming up.
Dire's top tower's getting beat down.
Down tier 2 in the bottom, it seems.
Dire's top tower's gone.
Yeah, probably while the team fight on top was going on. Neck field, Static Storm, Katala is gonna die again. Neck
That's 4 in a row. How about that?
So. Simon now in the middle of nowhere. Lil's just in the sidelines, taking pot shots. Now he has his BKB finished and he's absolutely unkillable right now. Goes in. Simon uses the one shot.
9 in a row.
Once again.
How about that?
Merely a
Your
second.
life's in tatters.
More game. The man gonna be blinked back. Spike Carabas will
Gather
give him
round.
some time. Nice call on 3.
Silence.
Lil is actually gonna be picked up, and that's a
Is
big
for
kill
the
for them.
master. There is no master.
But yeah,
5 in a
Timbersaw,
row.
he's
Dire
just
might
rolling
wanna
right
mine
now,
their top
diving
tower.
deep right up to the fountain. Can't do that. He is really tanky. He's got 15 charges of a Bloodstone right now, 26 health
Dire's
regen,
top tower, you know the
and
drill.
the mobility that the Timber Chain gives you. I mean, what do you do?
Dire's got one last top tower.
Lifestealer teleporting in just to rage rock
Trouble
away.
brewing at Dire's top racks.
Tala doing what he can, and the Weaver's not around, so he can actually maybe survive. Timbersaw doing so much pure damage. To
Dire's top
nice
racks
chain frost
is in
once
trouble.
again. Tala gonna eat the
Nothing
last
left
one,
of
so.
Dire's top racks.
And he does. He's trying. He does what he can.
6
he
in
will
a
pick up the
row.
stasis.
Dire's top racks is
Really?
taking hits.
That was weird.
Dire's top racks
Yeah.
didn't make it.
Picked up the Timbersaw, but the Bloodstone. It's actually crazy. If you have so many charges on Bloodstone, you have literally no respawn timer. It's so great. So, yeah.
Die, mongrel.
Dire's
Now Luna
mid
comes in.
tower's having technical difficulties.
God, he's just on the run. He's playing so scared. He's got his main tag now. It's good for him, but it's too late. Way too late in this game.
Here I am.
Wouldn't be surprised if, yeah, if Darkstorm just takes his bottom racks and then Snotbagz calls it. Yeah, most of the team fight on top was without the Luna doing a whole lot, I think. And just what I was watching the Timbersaw just diving in and YOLOing it successfully, I might add.
Silence.
But yeah, and Lils, he's back in the fight and he's hitting hard, even without damage items. Just how squishy Snotbagz heroes are right now. Yep, just goes in. BKB, time naps. He's alright.
Your actions are without merit.
And Luna
Let the
picks up
skies take
Hardy
you.
in the meantime. Oh, open runes on the illusion. That's not good. But Alchemist Stun will hit the Pixie.
Right.
And he's gonna fall. But the rest of Darkstorm looking to
Dire's
find
mid
revenge.
tower
Command
could
is
use a
dropping
little
low,
help.
and he will be picked out by the Weaver.
I'm burning up.
Crystal Maiden, not long for the world in these kind of situations, and Simon will be